All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the channel. Happy Friday to everyone watching. So the Green Bay Packers just released their final injury report ahead of this Week 11 matchup back in Green Bay versus the Los Angeles Chargers. With all the injury designation, there is a new injury today, and I sound like a broken record saying that because I feel like every week there's an injury report where we go, there's a new player added to this. So I'm going to go over all the injury designations, the questionables, doubtfuls, outs for both the Packers and the Chargers. Before we dive into the injury report, I want to take a minute to give a big shout out to this year's channel sponsor, BetUS. BetUS is the go-to spot for everything sports betting. I really like looking at all the NFL prop bets you can make. And right now they have an awesome promo going on. You can get a 125% deposit match with my link down in the description. And that's up to $2,500. So if you deposit $100, right after that, you'll have $225 to play with. BetUS also has 24-hour payouts. So once you win some money, you can get your money withdrawn very quickly, as well as 24/7 customer service. Taking a look at some of the things you can do on BetUS, right now I'm under the Packers-Chargers game, and you can see all the different cool player props you can put together, such as pass attempts, pass completions, interceptions, passing yards, passing touchdowns. I really like the Jordan Love over 227.5 passing yards. We have receptions, receiving yards, rushing yards, sacks, someone scoring a touchdown. This list goes on, and this is for every NFL game. So you can make a cool parlay with a bunch of different player props and see how it does. So head over to BetUS with the link down in the description, sign up, and get a 125% deposit match today. All right, so without further ado, let's bring up the Packers injury report first. And at the top of the list is Jaire Alexander, who is questionable for this game. We saw with that shoulder injury, he didn't practice Wednesday. I was really worried about the status of Jaire, but then again, Wednesday was also a walkthrough practice, so it was kind of an estimation of their status. That's why he did not participate. But more importantly, he was limited yesterday and today, and that's why he's questionable. And Matt LaFleur in his press conference today said, even if Jaire is 80% ready to go, he's still going to play him because they're going to need him against the likes of Keenan Allen. And he also stated even Jaire at 80% is better than some cornerbacks at 100%, which normally I would agree. This year, it hasn't really been the case. Nonetheless, we obviously all want Jaire to be healthy and be able to play in this game and hopefully be able to contain Keenan Allen. So we'll see how his status goes heading into Sunday. If he plays or not, he is questionable right now. Kenny Clark, limited all week, has no designation, so he's ready to go. No worry there. Rudy Ford didn't practice all week with the biceps. He's doubtful. Kind of shocked the Packers didn't just put out. I mean, the guy didn't practice all week with that biceps injury. So I would say 99% chance Rudy Ford doesn't play. So Anthony Johnson Jr. will start opposite John Owens in this game. And Anthony Johnson Jr. I thought had a great debut starting against the Rams. Had a nice deflected interception. I thought played well, and I always wanted to see him get more snaps. So although I want Rudy Ford to be on the field, I do like seeing Anthony Johnson getting more snaps here, which he will this Sunday. The new addition to the injury report is not a good one, and that is Rashawn Gary. And I know a lot of people will be running to the comments saying every Packers player that gets a big contract ends up getting hurt, which, I understand it, but supposedly it's not something serious. It is just a shoulder injury. And I know I say that when two players above him, Kenny Clark and Jaire, also have shoulder injuries, but he suffered a small hiccup in today's practice. That's what Matt LaFleur said. He was limited today. He said there's no concern, anything long-term, and we'll see how he is Sunday. And if he's ready to go, he will play. So I still think Rashawn Gary plays in this game. I don't think this is anything serious, but the Packers obviously have to report it if he does tweak something in practice, and it was his shoulder today, and he was limited, and now he's questionable. Elton Jenkins and Aaron Jones were limited all week and have no injury designation. No surprise there. Both of these guys have been pretty much fully ready recently. Josh Nijman and John Runyon, two linemen that had full practice all week with their back injury for Nijman and the neck injury for Runyon. They also have no injury designation, so I'm going to be interested to see who the Packers put out there at left tackle, whether it's Rasheed Walker or Josh Nijman. And then John Runyon will likely start at right guard, although myself, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree, we want to see Sean Ryan at this point. Then going down the list, the last two players, we have Quay Walker, who's been limited all week and is questionable. I think Quay Walker plays in this game. The fact that he's limited all week bodes well for him playing in this game. And I know groin injuries are iffy, so they're still going to have to test him out pre-game and see how it goes. But I do think Quay Walker plays in this game, which should could really help that Packers run defense, having both him and Devondre Campbell on the defense. Then finally, we see Christian Watson with a shoulder injury, so 4 shoulder injuries on this injury report. I guess the shoulder is the new hamstring for the Green Bay Packers. Christian Watson limited all week. He holds no designation. Then going over the Los Angeles Chargers injury report at the top, we have Keenan Allen, and he was upgraded to a full participant today. He's questionable, but he's playing in this game. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Keenan Allen is playing in this game, and I'm hoping the Packers could contain him. He's one of my favorite receivers to watch in the NFL, and what he's doing right now at almost 32 years old is awesome. But I'm hoping he doesn't have a great game against the Packers. I do love watching him, and he's one of my favorite receivers, but I'm hoping the Packers have an answer for him, but that's, wishful thinking there. Joey Bosa, full all week. He's good to go, obviously. Gerald Everett is out of this game with his chest injury. He did not participate all week, and he is out, so that's something very important for the Chargers. He's their main tight end, so him being out of that game is definitely going to affect their offense some. Gilman, their safety, full all week. He's ready to go. Jalen Guyton was added to the injury report today, limited with a groin injury. So, other teams have these issues too. It's not just the Green Bay Packers. He's questionable for this game. Sebastian Joseph Day, Donald Parham, and Rashawn Slater are all good to go in this game. No designation. Then we see Isaiah Spiller. He picked up an illness today. Didn't practice today. He is questionable, one of their backup running backs. And then JT Woods, also an illness. So definitely something going around the Chargers. So something to be on the lookout for next injury report for the Packers heading up into Detroit if any of the players catch this illness. JT Woods, he's limited all week. He is out of this game. So that does it for the final injury report. Packers versus Chargers. Really is a shame to see yet another starter, another key starter added to the injury report in Rashawn Gary when the list is already so long with starters. I kind of thought maybe the Packers would be starting to get a little bit healthy at this point in the season, but it simply hasn't happened, and they're going to have a short turnaround just 4 days after this game to go play the Lions Thursday night. I also did just do my live stream about an hour ago doing my game preview on the Chargers versus Packers, so if you go onto my channel, click the live tab, you can find that. It's about a 30-minute episode I do every Friday, kind of going over the game ahead of the game on Sunday if you want to go check that out. And also, if you are a new viewer here and want more Packers news, analysis, and updates every single day, everything Green Bay Packers from injury report, game analysis, game tape, live streams, you'll find it all right here. So if that does interest you, go down and click subscribe. But that about does it for this video. Very interested to see how this game goes. I said it yesterday. I'm just very kind of confused on what I think will happen. We saw the Chargers let up 41 points against the Lions, but also put up 38 against the Lions last week. So maybe we'll see a shootout. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of scared of what the Chargers offense could do against a Packers defense if they put up 38 against the Lions. But the Chargers defense also isn't good either. They're the worst against the pass in terms of yardage, over 300 a game. So maybe Jordan Love, has a good day passing. Very confused on who to pick here. The Chargers are 4-5. The Packers are 3-6. Both teams have their issues. Packers are home, so that gives them a little bit of the edge there. But let me know what your prediction is down in the comments below. But that about does it for this video. I appreciate you guys coming by. I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack Go.